Oh,
And there we are.
Happy Friday night, everyone. It
You know
sure
what?
is nice to see you all here.
I think I need to move this in. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. Wait.
Gordon always thinks we're ready. It sure is good to see all of you. Thanks for coming. So you're going to want to mark next Friday night at this time on your calendar with a really big star. So we'll tell you about it a little bit more next week. We're not going to say today because just in case something doesn't come the way it's planned, but you're going to want to mark it and you're going to want to tell your friends. Anybody
Next
that likes
Friday's
to cruise,
live.
you're going to want to tell, you're going to want to be here. Okay. So we'll look forward to seeing you here then. It's really nice to have everyone here. Look at you all. You're just wonderful.
Well,
Hey,
we
Linda
can
and
say
Liz.
that we are not going to be on the Sun Princess.
Nope, we're not going to be on the Sun Princess.
What's not happening next
Nope,
Friday
when
night.
we figure that one out, we'll take you with us. Absolutely. Yeah. But and Bruce, I see you. Hey there. It's nice to see all of you, and Curtis and Carrie, just everyone. Happy Groundhog's Day. I am so excited that the groundhog said, Puxatani Phil, that we're going to have an early spring. I am so done with winter. I was done with it in November.
I was going to say.
I am not a
But join
person.
us here tomorrow night at
Yeah.
6:00 for this same live. No? It's
the
like the movie
No.
Groundhog Day.
No, but anyway, I'm really excited. So I hope everybody gets an early spring. So thanks for Holly for reminding everybody to do a thumbs up. Michael, good to see you, and Kirsten and Liz and Curtis and Hetty. Hey there, Hetty. Yeah. Oh, you're not old, by the way.
Bruce says happy Groundhog Day.
We are all enjoying. A few of us are enjoying seeing photos that Mary, who was with us to see the Northern Lights and is in Antarctica right now. She is sending us the most beautiful, beautiful pictures. Oh my goodness. I said to Gordon, and I said in my email, Antarctica is calling my name. So we're going to go to Antarctica again. Maybe in 2026 we'll do a group and hopefully that'll work out. But anyway, so Hetty, it's good to see you. And let's see, is there anybody else I'm missing? Cruising for When, Jeffrey, good to see you. Down Under Cruiser, Sean and Ilana, hey there. And Eric, good to see you. Exploring with Eric, Ontario Girl, and Drew. It is really good to see you. I had something that I wanted to point out to all of you from Wisconsin there. We've got Tea and Jams. Oh, Tea and Jam. How fun is that? That's
Tea and Jam with Barbara Ann.
Oh, with Barbara Ann.
Wow.
Oh, The Sound of Music with the Beatles. I like that. But I wanted
Barbara Ann with the Beach Boys. Bop, 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 Barbara Ann.
You would
bop,
know.
Bop, bop.
So anyway, that's really fun. Sound of Music and the Beach Boys. I like that. Anyway, what do I want to tell you? I want to tell you a couple of things. First of all, we have had so much cruise news this week. Put your questions there. And we got Traveling Trish Thiel with us. Go follow her, everybody. They're in Australia. Wow. And today I watched your video all about the Kaimus Winemakers Dinner. So you guys I'm just following along. We're just coming with you. So thank you, Trish.
We are so glad you're having a good time.
Yeah, we are. And thanks for sharing it with us. Tom's here. Hey, Tom. Tom is going to be with us on the Solar Eclipse Cruise. See what Tom has to say here. Let's see. Oh, we are so excited about that Solar Eclipse Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And this has been like a hard couple of months here. We had to cancel, Gordon and I going to Antarctica. Then our granddaughter came early, so we really could have gone. And then our Sun Princess got canceled. It's like... It's just been a little bit sad there. But so we're going to bounce back with the Solar Eclipse Cruise. Hopefully we're going to get on the sun before then, but if not, we'll get on after.
Well, because we shifted from thinking about not a chilly Mediterranean, but not a warm one. And now all of a sudden, we can go to Mexico and jump off the ship. Well, jump off
a sailboat.
We can go swimming. Yes.
Yeah, so we're excited. It's good to see you. So Tom is in charge of the Cruise Critic meet and greet. So we're excited to join him for that. So what else do I want to? Oh, here's what I wanted to tell you. A couple of things that we have just run out of time to talk about this week. So I wanted to tell you, so National Geographic has released their list of the top 20 places that they really feel like are the places to see and visit in 2024. The really cool thing is that a couple of them stand out as things that you would be able to do with a cruise ship. So one of them is to go on a river cruise in Colombia, and it is because it's the very first time that a major cruise line, other than just your teeny little boats going here and there, AMA Waterways has 2 new ships that they have designed to sail on the Magdalena River in Colombia. And it's the AMA Magdalena and the AMA Melodia. And so that is supposed to be starting in 2024. I've been keeping my eye on the AMA Waterways page, all about those ships and everything. It's going to be spectacular. They call it like the land of 1,000 rhythms. And it goes between Cartagena, Colombia, down to a place called
Barranquilla.
Barranquilla.
Barranquilla, yes.
Barranquilla. Anyway, 7 nights is how they're doing it. So I just wanted to put that on your radar. If that is a region of the world that you have always wanted to see, that's a really nice way to do it. And AMA Waterways takes such care of you.
And these are luxury riverboats.
They are luxury. It's partly why I chose it for the river cruise for Christmas.
With only 60 or 64 people on it.
Yeah, they're very, very nice. Extraordinary experience. And so wanted to put that on your radar. The other thing, put any questions so tell me what you think. The other really cool thing is they put on the list going to Katmai National Park to see those bears. The cruise tours that I've been talking to you about that Princess is running, that we only know for sure they're doing them in 2024. That is on the list. And so there's different places once you get up there to be able to see the bears. And anyway, how cool is it that 2 of the places that they put on their list you can do with a cruise? Thought it was kind of fun. Yep. There are other really cool places too, of course, on the list, but those really stood out to me. So I wanted to share that with you so that you have it on your radar. Because you know what?
Get your bucket list to align with National Geographic.
Yeah, because you know what? Sometimes if you're like me, tell me what you think if you guys are like this too. If you hear about things that cruise lines offer and you're like, oh, that's nice. But then once you know the context for it and how really remarkable it is, or maybe how hard it is to do otherwise, then you appreciate it more. And if you're also like me, sometimes when I learn more about things, then it goes on my list, whereas before it would not have ever been on my radar. And I think 2 of those are things I would never think of going on a vacation in Colombia. I just wouldn't. But everything that they have released AMA Waterways has about going on that cruise, I would go in a heartbeat. And I'm sure I would love it. So
yeah. Well, recently you were pleasantly surprised with Iceland.
I was. I thought Iceland was going to be fine, but I loved Iceland. Iceland is so extraordinary, like on every level. And the excursions, I'm going to say it, the excursions that Princess ran there were really good excursions. You kind of wonder when you're going somewhere what they're going to offer, because you think, oh, it's a very remote area. Not very many people live there. What are they going to show us? How are they going to do it? No, it was remarkable. Our excursions were excellent. And really, I felt like immersed us in Iceland. Don't you think so?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And I bet the other cruise lines do too. Like, because they work with local tour providers. So I am sure that if you go there on Carnival or Norwegian, Royal, whoever it is that you go, it's really remarkable to go there. The other thing I wanted to say, so I've been looking at how to go to the North Pole and as well as to Antarctica, so that, I want to go to Antarctica 2 ways. I want to go back on Princess, but I also have on my list to be able to go back with an excursion on an excursion ship so that you can get off and go walk over by those penguins there in Antarctica and
put them under your arm, walk around.
There are a few lines, like Atlas is one of them that I've been looking at, and they have some really affordable sales going on. So yeah, if you've always thought you wanted to do that but you weren't quite sure you could afford it, like maybe it's going to work out, because as they get more, we're getting more and more expedition ships both going north to the North Pole and south to Antarctica, and as there is more, sometimes the price falls. So yeah, it's going to be great. So those are some things I've been thinking of and just haven't had time to talk about. Take away the backdrop and you guys will find out things. Thanks, Sean and Ilana. It sure is nice to see you guys. Yeah, we'll have to get back with you again soon. We thought we were going to be gone for a while and we're here. So it's nice to see you. Let's see, who else do we have here?
Talk about Tom.
And Scott, good to see you, Scott and Bill.
So it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow for them.
We are sure sending you hugs back. Lots of hugs, Trish. So,
Bill's here.
Yeah, nice to have you.
Scott. Yes, Groundhog Day.
I know. Don't you love that?
So did you stand over it so that your shadow cast so that there wasn't a shadow.
Yeah, I like that. And Kevin, good to see you. Hotel in Galveston. Woo, the Regal in 2 days. So tell us what hotel you're staying at there, Kevin. I always like to hear. Some people like to stay up closer to the airport when they fly in there to Houston. I think that Hobby is the closest airport to Galveston there, but I mean, you could get there from the other airport too, but it's fun to hear where everybody stays because I know that a lot of people are looking for firsthand recommendations. So throw that in here.
Oh, and some Melinda's going to be hopping on the Regal Melinda as well.
Oh, well, hi. Maybe you guys will be able to say hi to each other. Got Valerie and Norma. Thank you. Norma was so nice and sent me an email yesterday to let me know somebody got on our Facebook group that shouldn't have been. We had trouble yesterday. Gordon had to block 3 people. Somebody was trying to sell Taylor Swift tickets. So remember, and give away 2 laptops. So if ever you see that garbage, know that it's, a scam. But we got rid of that.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody.
You surely can have the next dance, you sweetheart. You bet. Anybody that doesn't know the context, when we got to go on the Love Boat cruise, it was at the end of October in 2022. Gordon thought he was going to come that week and couldn't come that week. And so away I went. And Tom and I got to dance. We had the best time in the piazza. We had a really nice time. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Yeah, we'll have a good time again. Yeah, so thanks. Received my shareholder onboard credit, but it does not show up in the new PCL app. PCL, Princess Cruise Line app. You have to look at it on my cruise personalizer. Yeah, that's normal, Stephen. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember onboard credit ever showing up in the app until you get on board the ship. And then you can look at your shipboard account. And then, that's what I think. That's the way it's always been. Then you can see the credit on your account.
So they're also getting
you guys are going. Curious, can you buy AARP's gift cards while on board? No, you only buy the AR.
Well, if they do it through the internet.
Yeah. And then because they'll send you the gift card electronically, and then you can go down to customer service and do it. Yeah, sorry.
It's not a bad.
I misunderstood. I thought maybe you bought it.
No, you don't buy them from
But you know what? Sometimes, like when we have bought the ones that we have bought in the past, they have come right away. But I have had some people tell me that sometimes it can take up to a couple of days for that to come through. So we have never had that experience of having it take extra time, but I'm just throwing that out there in case it happens to you. Yeah, because I know I've had people that it didn't show up right away in their email, so they've called, and AARP has said it can take up to a couple of days. But yeah, that's a good way to do it, especially if you spend more money than you think you're going to spend and you want to save a little money. You basically save, now that you save 8%, there you go. So $8 every 100 you buy. So yeah, let's see. Greetings. Oh, you guys, Don and Scotty, so good to see you. Having a wonderful time at dinner. I am so glad. We just love following you along. And I appreciate you posted the little reply there that you got from the princess, from the chat thing. Thank you. It's good to see you both. Yeah, I'm glad you're having such a good time. You inspire me to order, I've said this before, but truly, I got to order more food from wherever I want
to come to
us, like in the lounge. Yeah, have dinner in a different place sometime or a nice lunch. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, you guys. Yeah. Oh, and if anybody doesn't follow Code 4 for Life, I forget that. And Exploring with Eric, and of course, Traveling to Steele, and Cruising for One. He's got a great blog.
Yeah, Down
Under Cruisers, absolutely. So yeah, everybody go subscribe and show people your love. Whenever I watch somebody's video, even if I don't know, I just hit subscribe and try to help out. Let's see. Ann Rogers from Ann and Britton in Ancaster, Ontario. We just booked a Western Caribbean aboard the Celebrity Apex.
Ooh,
for March 30th. That's just around the corner. That's a fun last minute thing. Good for you. I'm glad you're going. That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, is that the bigger class, the Beyond?
It is.
Ooh.
It is. So, yeah, good for you.
Yeah, we were on that Beyond, and oh, wow.
It is indeed beautiful. It's a beautiful ship. Yeah, really beautiful. And then we got to go. Some of you, I think, were maybe with us when we got to do it, but it was for the naming ceremony. And so it was really cool. When we pulled out from the dock there, they had the fire, what do they call them? Fire boats with the hoses spraying. And
It was quite a
It was
deal.
really something. So we had a video from that somewhere, don't we?
Somewhere.
But anyway, it was
I'll
a really
find it.
special time. It was just one of those short cruises.
Well, it was
but
in the
a lot of
live
fun.
that we did that.
Oh, it was in the live. So if you ever want to see, go back and search for live
I can
beyond
pull up
or
the live.
something. I don't know if anybody wants to. If you want to, there you go.
Of course they want to.
But it was really fun. Let's see. Who else do we have? Oh, thanks, James and Diane. Nice to have you with us. Going on the Sun April 8th. Oh, look at you. Good for you. That's when we're going to be on the Discovery Princess. So yeah, we'll look forward. So if anybody is here and you haven't joined our Facebook group, come and join us, because then you can share all your pictures. You can ask your questions. You can talk about everything and have a fun time. Because sometimes, well, always, it's nice to talk about things together. So come and join us. Let's see. How can I buy a Let's Go Travel t-shirt? You know what, Tom? Put your size in there. I have a connection. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we'll watch for it, or just send me an email. Then you don't have to put your size in the chat. Yeah, just send me an email, would you, Tom? Yeah. Let's see. Happy for Hawaii from Happy Friday from Hawaii. Nice to see you. If you're the person that sent me an email about coming, somebody in Hawaii was really sweet and asked about our Alaska cruise. So I sent an email and I called and left a voicemail, and I haven't heard back. So I hope they got my reply. Oh, thank you, Kirsten. Thank you very much. So yeah, Kirsten, she sent me a text wondering what we were going to do. We're still trying to get on the Sun Princess. We have ourselves on some wait lists, and so we're just going to see when it works out. Yeah. Let's see. Left Cartagena, stop there. Oh, on your Panama Canal cruise, Larry. You know what? That's what I thought of. I thought, oh, you're just starting for that on the Waterways cruise, like right where they stop for the Panama. Beautiful old city. You should see the picture that Alma Waterways has on their website for Colombia. It is so beautiful. What a beautiful photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Made it. The suit I had made it in Hong Kong. Oh, it came today.
Watch out, formal nights. Okay.
Oh, that's so nice, Carrie.
They're
cool.
gonna be lining up to get dances with you. All the single ladies.
Yep. The single ladies.
Yeah.
You don't have to be single to dance.
No, but I'm just saying.
Gordon's really not a dancer. And but he's wonderful. So it's okay. Better bring it to the Eclipse cruise. Exactly, Carrie. Bring it to the Eclipse cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. So let's see. Heading out on the Sun Princess March 9th. Janice says, fingers crossed, still getting conflicting info on dining. We managed to get a few dates after checking every day. Excuse me. When we couldn't add more. Oh, okay. So you're still waiting to add more boarding. Yeah. So is that one sold out now, Janice? I should look and see. Yeah, we were looking, in February and then later. So Regal in 2 days as well. Wow. We're going to have like a fun group
on there.
A whole
contingency on there.
Yeah. So if you bump into each other, take a picture together and somebody put it on Facebook so you can see it or send it to me. Okay.
Yep.
That would be really fun. Yeah. I like that. Oh, Carrie with the fancy duds. Yeah. Does it fit really good? Are you pleased? Yeah. I hope it turned out good. Let's see.
Oh, he already asked those. Yep.
Yep, we got that. Thanks, Tom. Okay, Iceland. Oh, Mark says is really expensive, so it makes a lot of sense to see it from a cruise ship rather than staying there. That's a good idea. And for a long time, and I think they maybe still are, like Iceland Air, if you're flying from like the United States to like Europe, you can have like a 3-day layover if you go through Reykjavik and they don't make you pay extra. Yeah. So. But they took us to see the most beautiful places and like really, like Gordon mentioned, like walking through the tectonic plates there, the North American Rift. Is that what that was called?
It's the Mid-Atlantic Rift.
Thank you.
Between the North American plate and the European plate.
Yeah, but just like so many beautiful places.
Well, and
so much history,
I work at a university, and I knew some kids who went to Iceland one summer, 2 weeks. They never got a hotel. They rented a car and slept in the car the whole time.
That would be a way to save money. Yeah. So let's see. Larry says they're staying at the Courtyard Marriott in Galveston. after their transatlantic. Thanks for saying that, Larry.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
See, and
Thank you,
Steven's staying at the IH.
at Hobby Airport.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for telling us. You guys are awesome. Let's see what I've heard from friends that did land tours. I'm inclined to agree with you. That makes sense. Yeah.
Did we say hi to Dee Adams?
Hey, Diane. Nice to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. Let's see. And Philip. Oh, in Australia. Nice to have you with us. You just have to set the day and time. You know what we do? Gordon will be in touch. That's his department. So truly, yeah, let's do a day and time.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg, what have you got here? The cruise on the Sky just changed ports from Mahogany Bay to Cox and Hole 30 days out. How does this change our excursions? Because nothing's been updated. You know what, Greg? Thanks for saying that, because one of you was really kind and sent me an email. There are a lot of Princess cruises that are being changed that I've heard from Mahogany Bay to Cox and Hole, just simply because of port congestion. I guess they've got an awful lot of ships coming in. And so on the notice that he sent me, our Let's Go family member, a couple of them, it says something about your excursions, I guess, will be canceled in one place and then you can rebook what you want in the other. So I would say keep an eye on your excursions and see when the ones, when the Cox and Hole ones pop up. I should look. Do you know how far apart Mahogany Bay and Cox and Hole are?
I don't.
So that might make a difference, because I don't know that they could run the same ones, simply because they said, the ones would be canceled and the new ones would be available to book if you wanted. So yeah. So only 30 days out is not very much time really to get the excursions that you want. I know I haven't looked. When I looked the other day, hours for our Discovery Princess, that they have really shortened that window there in Victoria. Our excursion was still sitting there that was supposed to start at 7 right when we got into port. And so I'll let you know when they cancel that. And I'm really hoping they'll still take us over.
Oh, it's only a 15-minute drive.
Oh, so you know what, Greg, let us know, would ya?
Yeah.
Yeah. As it gets closer, let us know how it goes and how the whole experience is. Gordon said it says, on the road, it looks like a 15-minute drive.
That's interesting that it, that they cancel the excursions. They just could have the buses come from the other place. 15 minutes.
Maybe they don't have enough buses.
Huh. Interesting.
Anyway, it'll be interesting to see. And it'll be interesting to see if that problem spreads, right? If if the year is too much port congestion there. Imagine what port congestion does, when you pull in the Icon of the Seas with so many passengers on board,
Yeah.
I think that it's going to really tax the infrastructure in some of those places. But at the same time, I bet the people there are so pleased to get to have so many tourists come, because that's how they make their livelihood so much there. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for sharing that, Greg, and we'll be excited to hear from you about how it goes.
So Rosemary's on the Sapphire.
Ooh, sailing now
on the way to Montevideo. Nice.
Lucky you, Rosemary. So nobody would know who each other is, but I'm so happy you're having such a good time. It looks like your weather has been beautiful, just based on the pictures. And
well, we're sorry it's coming to an end.
I know. I that whole Platte River thing there, that you sail up to go to Montevideo and then you come around to go to Buenos Aires. Isn't that the coolest thing?
It's very interesting.
If anybody doesn't know that Platte River, it's like you're on the ocean, but it has all the silt from being a river.
Yeah,
it's
very
really
muddy.
It's very beautiful. So where was it that we went to the museum? Maybe it was in Montevideo. We went to a museum that had all of this really cool information that was all about that whole region. I learned an awful lot that I didn't know about that whole area, but it's really beautiful. So let's see. Jeffrey almost used up all of his 10% discount AARP cards.
Time to get the 8%.
8%'s better than 0, isn't it? Yep, I agree with you. Good thinking, Jeffrey. Yeah. And so here's a thought. It used to be that it was easier to apply your gift cards automatically to pay for things like your excursions and your gratuities. So you can still call Princess, I think, to pay for your gratuities. I have not tried it with excursions. And so, but what you can do is, if you want to use them to pay for your gratuities and you don't have to wait on hold, just take your cards with you and apply them at guest services, and then just let your gratuities roll to your account, and then your onboard credit will settle it. I think Celebrity and Carnival are still at 10% in Holland America. I don't think that they have gone down to 8%.
Interesting.
So just throwing that out there for all the people that go that way. So medium, Tom. Okay.
So Richard is on the Discovery Princess now, headed back to LA.
Baked Alaska Parade in the
Nice.
main room. Isn't that just the funnest thing on the last night? If anybody doesn't know, that is one good reason to go eat in the main dining room on Friday night. Not Friday, just on the last night of the cruise. Exactly, because they do that fun. They do the fun Baked Alaska Parade, and then they often do the thing, at least on our last few, that they go through with a bunch of the crew members from the kitchen and everything. And some of them will go through with their mixer or their bowl or their whatever, and it's just kind of fun. You can tell they're pleased to be out there and be recognized, and it's really nice to get to see them as well. Just kind of fun. So I think the Island Princess is really good at that. So I would bet the others are as well. So Audrey is booked on American Heritage in June on that cruise, hoping to get to go to Yorktown Battlefield. I sure hope you do. We were looking, and it looks like it's not there. I said it in my video. How far apart was that? An hour?
Yeah.
So I hope you get to go. He was looking back, trying to, when he was doing our video, it was partly late getting up because I was late, but he also was trying to find a bunch of our pictures from when we went, and I think he was having a hard time.
I couldn't remember what year we went.
Yeah.
And
time just runs together.
Yeah, it was
after the kids were grown up.
Yeah, I know the time frame here. This year.
Yeah.
And we went to Washington, D.C. area about 3 years in a row. So I'm looking through.
What year was that?
Yeah, which one was it? Now, I know when we were there, they were talking about, there was a fairly new Yorktown visitors center.
Mm-hmm.
And so that our timing was such that we couldn't go to it. But I thought that would have been nice. And then driving up the road, of course, we were in a car this time, but I liked the little Memorial Highway or whatever they called it, where you're down in the trees and you're down, not realizing that there's hustle and bustle above you. But it's a nice winding road that you take. We took it from Yorktown to Williamsburg. Yeah. Just incredible little drive.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I would bet you get a beautiful ride on the bus to do the excursion. So
one of the things I remember about the Yorktown battlefield was it was also a battlefield during the Civil War. Yet there was a cemetery.
Yep, I remember
the little cemetery from the Revolutionary War, and both sides
respected that,
very much revered it. Yes, very much so.
Yeah. They just kind of didn't even fight there.
Yeah.
So anyway, very cool. So I would recommend that. And that's a kind of nice way. You don't even have to drive. You can go to Boston early and see everything or stay after. But
like she said, all the bulwarks are still there, and the
Yeah. Oh, Renee, 14 days and they'll be on the sky. Nice. I am so excited for you. And it'll be fun to hear how everything is going there. Yeah, really excited, Renee, and Bill, you too.
So that's the link to the Beyond live sail away.
It was just a fun time. And if you want to see because they could probably tell we had a porthole balcony on that ship because we were there as guests. And so.
Well, we have another video about that. You want me to link it? About the porthole?
Sure.
You keep talking about
He'll do that just to see, because I know sometimes people want to see, and I get a lot of email. Like, I can't reply to every email, but know that like on the Sun Princess, they've got those cove balconies. So think of it this way. It's like the metal going along the side of the ship there, and then they cut out the opening for your balcony. So you still get really good views, but it's not the same square opening. So while we're thinking about porthole balconies, that's a little bit what that was like, because we were so forward. Like there was our looking out, and up here was the bridge. And so I have something on me. But anyway, we had a really nice, really fun time.
Well, and I thought it was interesting, some of the research I did on the Sun Princess, talking about they highlight those porthole balconies, because they say, well, you're closer to the water, which our dear friends Down Under Cruisers pointed out, that you can be closer to the water for that, and that it's supposedly a better experience, or it's definitely a different experience.
but not bad. It doesn't
Right.
sound bad at all.
Right. And I
Yeah.
just put in the link down below our video
I
for
like
that
yes,
porthole
okay.
video over there, down there.
Anyway, it was a fun
But it's going to
time.
start moving up slowly. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what I did like about the on Celebrity on their big ships, like on the Beyond, I really like how they don't just have like their big main dining rooms. I like how they have, instead of that, they have like individual restaurants. I'm trying to remember what they are, like what the Cosmopolitan and the Tuscany, and there's one with French, more of a French food. I'll have to find them and tell you. They'll come to me, I think, in a minute. But I really like that approach because it's just like going out for nice dinner every night. You can choose which one you want to go to, and then you just go based on kind of what cuisine you have in mind. But then they have the other, of course, restaurants on the ship as well. They've got specialty dining. They've got the ones for Blue, like Blue for the Aqua class. They've got, Luminate over for the retreat. They have a lot of other options. But if you're just eating what's included, you get to go to those nights. It's like going out for a nice restaurant. I like that. So,
Jeffrey's saying that he's going to be on the Celebrity Eclipse next.
Ooh, that'll be fun. I also got a solo supplement discount, but probably be my last Celebrity cruise until they adjust the solo prices down. It'll be fun to hear what you think. Yeah, the Eclipse, huh? That'll be nice. So, am I right thinking, are you doing that this fall? Is that right, Jeffrey? I remember when you first mentioned it. So, yeah, tell us what you're doing. Liz just booked her flights. Oh, thanks for telling me, by the way, yes, that it wasn't you. Just booked my flights to and from Europe, Liz. Only crying a moderate amount. Now trying to get a flight to Barcelona. Everyone ever used the London City airport? Any benefit over Heathrow? Is that Gatwick?
I would assume so. And I would also assume that it's much less.
No, I think it's just
congested.
I just say choose based on like what you're trying, like if the cruise, like if the airfare is better, I don't see anything wrong with Gatwick. So yeah, think of that. What was I going to say? Oh, a flight to Barcelona. So we've been looking at flights based on what cruise we end up getting to go on the Sun Princess. And if we get to go and it's close to when our little grandson makes his arrival, and we have been looking, like trying to see, like if I have to fly from Boston to go, but even if I come home and then fly again, they're really expensive in March. So we were like,
the most expensive part is the return Rome to Salt Lake.
Yeah, but we're gonna go. Like if we get to go, we're just gonna swallow that bullet and go. So, but yeah, airfare is a killer these days. So I'm glad you got something reasonably good. Oh, Terry, thank you. Nice to have you with us. Please, everybody, thanks. It's the funniest thing that is how they regulate it, but it makes a difference. So thank you. Thank you for your thumbs up. Do you think the Panama Canal will limit cruises due to the drought? Oh, hey, Christina, it's nice to see you. You know what? If they have a whole nother year without enough rain, I bet, you know what I mean? And you wonder, since they have cut back so much, the number of ships that can go through, like, what is it now? Like they're down to only a third of how many they used to let go through. It's really going to impact like prices everywhere. Trade is going to really be a big deal.
Yeah.
So
hopefully
we'll get more rain there. You know who else is having a really bad drought is like Spain is like in the worst drought that they have had. And that region ever since they started keeping records. I've been reading about it. So now they are like not letting people, like if their swimming pool is empty, like you cannot fill it this year. You can't wash your car. Because they're having a really bad drought too. The reason I thought of that is because I thought, oh, when we go to Barcelona, we'll take a really fast shower. I thought we'll hurry so that we don't waste their water. But that's why that stuck in my mind. Funny. But Christina, that's a really good point. I know. And so I hope we get rain because we're planning to go next year.
Yeah.
So
and we may be there this year. Oh no, in Barcelona today.
In the Panama Canal, not this year. I know. Yeah, Barcelona. No, we better be in Barcelona this year somewhere for that Sun Princess. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, James and Diane, we have a bottle of wine we bought on the Sun Princess. Oh, my goodness, in 2024. Thinking of bringing it on board and maybe to give it to the captain.
Wow.
Oh, that would be such a lovely gesture.
Wow.
What a special thing to do.
Well, wouldn't that be good because it's aged an extra 20 years?
Well, I don't think they'll drink it. I think they'll give it to the captain, and I can't imagine him drink. You know what I mean? What a special thing to keep. Wow. That is just so cool. Look at you. There's only one bottle per person allowed on the ship, but what if you purchase something in port as a souvenir? You know what I think they take it as you embark and they give it back to you when you come back like from the port visit and you're reboarding the ship, you give it to them.
They have a table sitting there.
They have a system for that, and then they'll give it back to you at disembarkation. Yeah. Thanks, Tyler. It's good to have you with us. So thanks for asking. Yeah. So if you buy something important, you want to drink it soon, like open it and drink it. That's a funny thing to say, but you know what I mean. If you wanted to drink it, do
but
it.
If it's something that you want to take,
mm-hmm.
But I'm assuming that people want to take it home and then have a nice dinner with friends with them.
Yeah.
So.
Regarding booking specialty dining, what we did on Celebrity, not sure if it's the same on Princess, is link all the reservations together and have the person with the highest status contact the cruise line for the best prices. Now that's nice. That's really nice.
Good idea.
Yeah. So specialty dining, I didn't realize. See, I learned something. I did not realize that on Celebrity, based on your status, that it affected how much you pay for specialty dining. I did not realize that. So I just remember when I was on the what ship did I go on in that December without you on Celebrity? Reflection. I just remember eating at Murano and thinking, this is the best dinner I've had at sea. It was the best. So we'll see how it compares with like the 360 experience and then doing the chef table there on the Discovery Princess as well. We'll see how it compares, but it was really, really good. And it was beautiful. The restaurant was beautiful. The whole setup, it was, you didn't feel like you were, and the main dining rooms are beautiful. I will say that between the Reflection main dining room and the main dining rooms that I've been in on Princess, that I like the ones on Princess better. The one that was on Celebrity on the Reflection, it's just 2 levels, and maybe it was just, I don't know, but it just seemed, I don't know, it just didn't seem very pretty. Maybe that's the way to say it. It just wasn't as pretty. So anyway, thanks for saying that. Hey, Sherry, for the Mexican Riviera from LA, I've seen different info on passport reps. I think children may just need birth certificates, but what is your, you know what? So children need like their certified birth certificate, but an adult needs a certified birth certificate and a government issued photo ID. So if you're going to go that route, make sure, and like that certified birth certificate, it means don't just take like a copy.
Right.
You have to have the one like from the county or the state, however it is and where you're from.
Yeah.
But that's actually like notarized or certified, not just a copy. So yeah. But remember, they make you sign a form saying that you realize that if you get stuck in Mexico, like if you get off the port and you end up being there because you get hurt or sick, that you have to go through like the embassy and that to be able to get back to come to the United States again. So I always just I like it when people travel with their passport, to be quite frank, because then you're ready for whatever happens. So just putting that out there.
Yeah.
So
people are saying get a passport.
Yeah. The Galves is a great historic hotel. Thanks for saying that, Brent. That's good to know. Really good to know. I'll write that one down. It's kind of fun to stay somewhere a little bit different rather than, I know we often stay like in chain places. Theory, good to see you. Thanks for the warning. We had a third-party excursion on my upcoming Panama Canal, and I was not comfortable with the risk. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I probably wouldn't there. Yeah, so yeah, and I feel bad for their people because you know what? It's like everywhere. You have a lot of really good people, and then you have the ones that aren't good. But it seems like more of the bad people get all the press, right? But there's a lot of good people. So
yeah.
Anyway, hey, Thomas, going tomorrow for Argentina.
Wow.
He's going to go to South America. I am so excited.
So is he jumping on the Sapphire?
I think so. I believe so, if I remember correct.
Let's see. That's a half question. We'll probably catch the rest of it down.
Okay, Lolly. Not going on an excursion. Mahogany Bay is much preferred. Coxon Port is close, but no Mahogany Bay. Maybe Carnival is using their private island that day. Oh, that's a good thought, Holly. I didn't think about that. Good thinking. Yeah. And Willie's here. Hey, Willie, good to see you. Let's see, Valerie. Oh, you have a Greece celebrity cruise, 75 days out, and they still have not posted shore excursions for Santorini. Although all other ports have had excursion listed for a couple of months. Yeah, I wonder what that's about. So 75 days.
That's still a ways away.
It's like 2.5 months.
Yeah, I mean, we know that the cable car is being worked on right now.
Let's see, to March to April, like the middle of April. You're going, is that right?
But the cable car is supposed to be done after March, wasn't it?
I think it was after the end of February.
Yeah.
So I will tell you, when you go to Santorini, if you don't have, and it depends, everybody has their way they do a part. I, with Santorini, want to be in Santorini for every moment possible. And so unless you have really good, unless you're like elite or with Celebrity Maybe Zenith, whatever it is that I don't have theirs all memorized, at what point you get to have that priority disembarkation on a tender, I would say book an excursion, because they get you right off early. Book an early excursion. And some of my favorite ones that we have done, and of course they've been with Princess, but get one that takes you over to Ia, because when you think of Santorini, a lot of us think, of course, part of it is those white buildings with the beautiful dark blue, like the beautiful shade of blue roof. And that's where you see the most of that. They have those in other places on the island, but that's really where the concentration of them is. And so you see that with a beautiful view of the whole caldera there. So get over there. I always like one where you can see things on your own, so you have time to wander around, see the shops, and walk down the little alleyways to take pictures, and just, if you have time, eat a little bit of Greek food, because Greek food is always a good idea. And then often, so we've done ones that will then take you to a beach so that you can experience the beach there, drive you around, show you the island, take you back to Fira so that you've got time. And from there, you can really enjoy seeing the whole town. There you can go shopping, you can eat food, you can just sit there and enjoy watching people and taking in the view. There's a beautiful church there, just a lot to see. So I would just enjoy, and spend every moment you can. And I always advocate for getting off the ship early, because what if something glorious comes up and you wish you would have gotten off 2 hours earlier because you don't have enough time to spend where you would really like. So just putting that out there. If anybody has questions, tell me what you think. So shore excursion team said Cox. No, that's no good. That's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah. We are really not sick. I've just been talking a lot today. Let's see. Oh, you know what? No, and I meant to say that in my video today. The Crab Shack is not considered. It is not casual dining, and it is not specialty dining. It is just a pop-up thing, as they call it, and it is just offered here and there. So nope, that Crab Shack, whenever they offer it, like I've heard it's the best thing. If they offer it on the Discovery Princess this summer, when we go to Alaska, we're going to do it. But you just have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's not casual. It's not specialty. So if you have a package, it's not going to be covered.
And it's different than the thing by Ruby, right?
It is completely different. I had a video that talked about it at some point. Maybe Gordon can find it later and stick it up. We could reference it tomorrow or something. But it has its own menu, and everybody that has it says it's excellent. So, but you have to kind of watch for it. You can even get on the Alaska cruises are the ones that are known for having it the most. Every once in a while, another cruise will, but it's the Alaska cruises where you see it the very most. And so you'll sometimes see it announced or advertised like up in the buffet, or you could ask. And if they're going to run it, get your name on the list to do it. So I think it's a good idea.
Do you remember what the video was?
No, okay. I'll just search for it later. It might be in the title. I don't know. It's hard to do titles.
I've got 46 videos about Thai dining.
With the cruise lines doing so well, many of the bargains have disappeared. Princess still has some, not getting much from Hal, though. I have to be patient. I'm eager to fill my year with bookings. Yeah, Carrie. Yeah, it is really interesting that it'll be like, and the funny thing is like when you look, I look more at, of course, I just rummage through Princess Cruises a lot, but I've noticed in trying to look at different prices on things that even the cruises now that show like the drop and go rate, if I look at it, the cost with the drop and go rate compared to what the cost is with the promo they're running now, if the cabins that I'm looking at, just like I look through to see like, oh, how many balconies are, like qualify under the promo. Cause the promo works that sometimes you can have like a mid aft balcony, but you get to pay for the aft balcony, you save that money. But if you were looking at a cabin that qualifies for a lower price under the current promo, it's a better price than the drop and go rate is. So think about that. You know what I mean? Think about that when you're thinking about everything. So yeah, it's interesting. So looked for excursions, but didn't find any going to the battlefield. So maybe just book a separate tour. Audrey, that's a really good idea. Plus, I would say keep an eye on those excursions because this is a new announcement that just came out this week.
That's true.
And so my guess is that they are probably, they had to have already looked at some of that when they announced Norfolk. They had to make sure they could run some excursions from there. But at the same time, I bet they are still like working through everything. That's what I would say. I noticed that on our celebrity cruise that was supposed to go to Israel and Egypt, and then that was clear back on December 19th that they announced that difference. And I am not seeing all the excursions for Greece that I'm expecting to see for all the ports that we're going to. So hopefully something good will come. But yeah, look at booking something with Viator, however you want to. Yeah, I would do that too. So seeing a lot of ads tonight. Oh, Hetty, that's good to know. Okay, so yep. So you know what? Facebook has changed how they do ads. It used to be.
Well, it's interesting. I saw that pop up, and I watch it over here on my computer
just to make sure we're going.
But I have not had a single ad come up. I thought, well, okay, maybe because I'm logged in as us. So then I opened up another browser and came in anonymously. And I haven't had a single ad. That's really weird
because, they used to let us say, like, you could click and say, do you want to have videos before or like after or in the middle? And you could just choose, but they took that completely away.
So it's interesting that they're doing it during the live. I know it'll be afterwards in the recorded live. There'll be video.
Yeah, that's really weird. Yeah. And like the revenue that goes with it is like way down. Like we weren't making a fortune before, but now it's like, keep saying to Gordon, what's wrong? So anyway,
so watch our videos longer. Watch the video.
Yeah. Larry says Super Bowl, go 49ers. Yeah, that's going to be here before we know it. Yeah. Like not this Sunday, but next Sunday, huh? Just heard, hey, Kathy, that her September NCL cruise has dropped Venice due to the lack of reliable tender services 7 months out. Also shortened 4 protocols by 30 minutes, up to 2 hours cruising, slower to save fuel. Okay, Kathy, a few things. If you wouldn't mind sending me a copy of that, that would be wonderful because you know what? I saw this comment that said that they were having to change the itinerary, but I couldn't find the itinerary change anywhere. So I'm like, well, what am I going to say now? And so thank you. That would be awesome if you wouldn't mind sending that to me. But it is really interesting because a lot of the cruise lines now, like, you know how it used to be that you could, they could go clear up into like the lagoon area there. Now you can't. And so a lot of the cruise lines now go more like out of Ravenna or Trieste up by where the Sun Princess is. And yeah, and so I am really surprised. Maybe those ports are already booked enough that they can't access that. But I was really surprised to see that they completely dropped Venice. I thought, oh, they'll pull into Ravenna or Trieste and bust everybody. No, so it's really interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting how things like that work, isn't it? So, but yeah, with those other 4 ports of call, this is what I have noticed. I do think, this is my uneducated guess, I wonder sometimes if they are saving money on gas, on fuel, because you just wonder, like, how can you have to do that to so many ports, right? And it's in that region right there. We pulled up the itinerary. I was talking to Gordon at the time, I was like, I can't find that. Where are they going? And he read me the itinerary with Venice on it. And I was like, no, that's the old one.
Yeah.
So you're going to places in a pretty tight region there. So I don't know. Anyway, I think you'll still have a marvelous time though, Kathy. London City is different. Oh, thanks, Thomas. You're awesome. Yep. So I have nothing on London City. If anybody knows anything about the London City airport, put it in the comments for Liz. Yeah.
So we got a few people, some saying they're not getting any ads, some are getting a few. In fact, we had a count. Some said 6 or 7, some said 7, some said 8.
And so do any of you use ad blocking software? There's another good question for you.
Yeah, we had this discussion with my son, our son.
Because I think that the ad blocking software is getting better. It used to be that that YouTube could still get it so that the ads would get through, and they say that some are getting better. So when people watch with ad blocking software that really works, then you don't get any revenue because there are no ads. So it's just really interesting how all of this changes so much. So Linda doesn't have ads.
Now, why would they want to go for the Niners?
49ers. No, that's really fun. Your town will be really happy if they win, won't they? Yeah, let's see. Hey, David, going on Princess Cruise on a 15-day Panama Canal, ocean to ocean, February 6th through the 21st. How fun is that? So which direction are you going, east or west? Tell us about that. Let's see. You mean the Patriots didn't make the Super Bowl this year? Gosh, Jeffrey. A little behind, huh? No, I'm teasing. Yeah, you knew. Yeah.
I had a friend put up a meme today, said, I don't watch football. That Taylor Swift must be a really fast football player.
That Taylor Swift is it's really interesting how everything works, isn't it? Let's see. I think she's very nice.
I know.
I do. I think the princess ship with 4 themed main dining rooms, Sapphire and Diamond, I think, are better menu quality wise than the 4 on Celebrity Edge specifically, but that's a pre versus post COVID comparison.
Oh, okay.
It's really interesting, isn't it? And I honestly think, I really do think that the food can vary a lot from ship to ship by the chef. Do you know what I mean? By the chef, how good of a team he has, what his preferences are, as well as in different areas, what the sourcing looks like. I don't know. Maybe I just attribute too much of the variety, the difference in the experiences to that. But I kind of wonder about that, and not just on Princess, but on Celebrity and the whole thing. When we went on the Celebrity Beyond, that was really good. There was a lot of press people on board there, so of course they were pulling out all the stops for that. But and the food was okay on the Reflection. It was okay. So, yeah. Hey, Arlene, how are you? Arlene and Virgil here. You'll remember them of the fame. They won one of the free cruises with Princess Prizes. So, I think we've had 3 Let's Go family members win that. Yeah, we had Kay with her family when they won, and somebody else did too. So, yeah.
Oops.
Are you guys going to...
He fixed... Okay. It was a spell check thing.
Oh, you know what? Hang on for just a minute about the Love Boat
trying
cruise.
To figure something out.
Yeah. Willie, actually, we're working on it. Yeah, so it'll just be fun. Yeah. I don't know that we can get the TV people to come, but I'm very confident that we can have a fun time and do fun activities to go with the Love Boat and everything. Oh, Liz, it's good to see you, sweetie pie. I'm glad you're thinking. Glad you're thinking about it. Yeah, and we're getting really close to figuring out our Caribbean cruise to have a group cruise. So let's see. To all the brilliant people, I'm trying to figure out what's the earliest I can safely book a flight if it's a 2-hour trip to the airport and the ship hopefully docks at 7. Oh, where are you at, Liz? Are you thinking of Barcelona? No, it wouldn't be Barcelona for a 2-hour trip to the airport. Yeah, everybody tell us what you think.
That's mid to late afternoon.
I wouldn't do it before noon if it was me.
We came into Vancouver one time and we took the Princess shuttle from Vancouver to Seattle, which was 2.5 hours.
Yeah, something like that, and it took longer.
And we had a 4:00 flight.
And we weren't there too early.
No, and they tried to tell everybody nothing earlier than 2:00, and somebody had a 2:00 flight, and
it was this sweet old couple that they had their oxygen tank, and they had all this stuff, and so they got off, and everybody was trying to help get them on their way. I felt really bad.
Everybody was helping.
I don't know how they booked that flight so early. Yeah, so Liz, tell us where you're going from. If you like Marana, you got to do the tasting menu in Eden. You know what? That sounds really nice. Eden sounds really cool. Yeah, I went there one evening while they were playing music, and I walked around there in the afternoon. First of all, it's really cool. They have all these plants there. If anyone is not familiar with it, like hanging plants, like everywhere,
Oh, yeah.
and like this whole wall that has plants growing up it. But kind of this ramp that you can walk around, and there's chairs at different places. It just kind of like goes back and forth so that you're there in the sunshine and the windows. It was really pretty. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Let's see. Are you going to follow us? Join us on the Down Under cruise. You know what? We always tell you it's really hard. So they have this fabulous cruise going that is on. Remind me what ship that is, you guys. To usher in New Year's of 2025. The only thing we have the hardest time with is with Gordon's job. So yeah, but don't write us off yet. Don't write us off yet. But yeah, remind me what ship you guys are doing. Which let's see.
There we go.
I'm in a wheelchair and my first trip to Mexico and South America. Oh, I am so happy for you, David. Really happy for you. That's going to be wonderful. Like really wonderful. Glad you get to go. What cruise has some accessible cabins left? Oh, I have a tip for you guys. And then I'll talk to Susie. Oh, wait, go back. Let me see what Susie says. We'll do that, and then we'll do what I was thinking about because it caught my eye. Oh, their onboard credit is showing on the Princess app. It shows the military appreciation credit as well. Thank you. Thanks for saying that. I'll have to think about that. Yeah, I'll have to look at that some more. Thanks for saying that, though, Susie. I appreciate that. What was I going to tell you? A couple of notes. So first of all, you can take away the comments for now. So on the January 12th, 2025 sailing on the Sky Princess, there's going to be a polka group on board. Why am I telling you this? Because there was just a sailing with the polka group, and they had like 900 people on board. Reports are that everybody else on the ship did not like it. And so if you are looking at the January 12th, 2025 sailing on the beautiful Sky Princess, there's a heads up. You can choose it. Like, I'm just telling you that you can do whatever you want. But somebody was telling me about that, and it really significantly impacted the cruise. So, and that brings me back, a long time ago, I was talking to you all about how you find out, like when there's groups, because we had a cruise to Alaska one time, and we canceled it because we found out there was a large
Irish dance group.
A huge one on board that one. And I just thought, it's going to be a different experience. And so I didn't want to. So we canceled. But it would be interesting to know how you find out in advance. And, I was asking the person that told me that. And she knew, because they had been on a cruise like that before, to always search to see when those different groups are going to be on board. But you would kind of have to know what the group was to search for it, right? To see when their cruises are. So just throwing that out there. I guess
Cruise Critic might be one of the first places to look.
I need to spend more time at Cruise Critic. Yeah.
You say polka, the first thing that comes to mind is Home Alone, where she's trying to get back, and John Candy and polka anyway. Yeah,
that was just fun. Hey, Chicka, good to see you. Yeah, really good to see you, Chicka. I hope you're doing good.
So Tom will be on the
Sapphire. Yeah.
Okay, you finished talking about that one?
I did. So I'll have to look at that. But everybody, here you go. But you know what? There's a lot of flakiness with the app. So if you can see your onboard credit in like in your cruise personalizer, don't you worry. That's what I would say.
Now this is February 2nd. Let me see if I can pull up the old app.
Okay, Gordon's gonna look and see. Let's see. Crab Shack pop-up is listed on Regal. Oh, that's exciting, Melinda. Thank you. Woohoo! That's great. A lot of people like that. Hey, Steve, how are you? Had a great time on Wonder of the Seas. Next up will be Vision of the Seas from Baltimore. Then in July, off to Alaska on the Norwegian Encore, celebrating your birthdays. That's great, Steve. It's you and Bev. So have you booked another cruise to celebrate your anniversary, or are you going to kind of do that in Alaska this time? Yeah, I've been thinking about you guys with that. I hope you get to, not that you can't celebrate at home, but I knew that you had that special cruise planned and then you couldn't go. So glad you had such a good time on Wonder of the Seas. You guys post the best pictures. I follow them on Facebook and I just love it. He puts up videos, he puts up pictures, he puts up a lot. He shares a lot with us, but then on his page, I always really like to follow along. Hey, Michael.
So it let
Off
me
to
log
take pictures on the Ruby. Beautiful day in Cartagena.
Nice.
I hope you guys are having a great time.
So it let me log in. It says 26 days to my next cruise. I have no idea. Anyway, this is the old app.
Let's see. Oh, so MJ says there have been about 7. Oh, stick with us, you guys. I am really sorry. Kirsten's had 6 or 7 too. Holy cow. Mina says they have had 8. You know what? Maybe YouTube's having a hard time.
Well, someone else, so a few of them have said they're on their iPads, and then you go further down, and I think Tom or somebody said, Larry's got none.
They haven't had any. Mark and Melanie. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, we're so excited.
Tom's got YouTube Premium, so no ads.
Oh, so no ads.
But somebody else I thought said they were watching on both their computer and their iPad. iPad had it, and the other one didn't.
Oh,
interesting.
Tricky business. Yeah. Hey, Shelly. Nice to see you. Yeah. Really good to see you guys.
Can't tell about that old app.
Mina and Larry. It's really fun. No, I don't know. Oh, and Tina doesn't have any ad blocking. Thanks for not having ad blocking software.
Well, see.
I'm like, what are we going to do now? Oh, well, Linda, apparently there's some software out there that they're getting pretty slick. Linda, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that YouTube is supposed to lock you out, but there is some that all the techies say is getting through. Yeah. So it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah. So yeah. Hopefully YouTube will catch it soon.
I like this one.
Rod, didn't see any ads until you started talking about ads. Then they came up. That's really funny. Do you have a store where we can purchase Let's Go Travel merch? Hey, Ray, we sure do.
Yeah. I actually have 3 places.
Well, so we have an Amazon store just with travel things that we really like. And I only put there things that like we have used and that I like.
Get the link and I'll put it in
but
here.
Other than that, but yeah, with Spring, so we have I think it's called Spring Store. I think it's the place that a lot of other people use too, because then they just print it and send it out as people order it because we can't afford to have like inventory. Yeah. And so Gordon will put the ad, but thanks for asking. Yeah, thanks.
And every video, every day that she does, if you click on see more,
show more,
it's always down there as well. There's 2 different ways.
We're going to try to streamline it.
There's the YouTube connected Spring Store, and then there's the Spring Store itself.
How did we get that? Why do we need to?
Well, YouTube offered it, and I thought I ought to take advantage of it.
West to East. Okay, on that Panama Canal. That's the way we're going to go on our group one. So I was just wondering, how do the deluxe balconies differ from the premium deluxe balconies? Oh, Holly, this is really kind of funny. Some of it is just by size. Like when you look at the, are you talking about on the Sun Princess? When you look, they have deluxe balconies, they have premium deluxe. It's just by the size. But when you think of, because like on the Island Princess, when you think about it, their deluxe balconies don't have a sofa or a love seat, like the deluxe balconies do, like on the Royal class ships. And so it's mostly size and the existence of a sofa. Did I answer that? Like, does that make sense? So Chris says it doesn't work very well.
I think that's the ad software.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I just put the link in for our store. You'll see it come up here soon.
Let's see. London City is in the Dockland area and can be accessed using the Docklands light rail. Thanks for saying that, Thomas. So I hope that helps, Liz. It sounds like it would work. If it's cheaper and easier to fly in and out of there, I would do that.
And David Hines is going from LA to Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah, west to east.
Yeah.
So that's great. Oh, Carrie has an ad blocker. No, it doesn't make you a bad person. No, I just like when people see ads because then we get 2 cents when you watch a video, but I don't even think it's 2 cents.
I have no idea.
Carrie, don't worry about it.
0.001. Anyway.
It's okay. Yeah. Thank you. No, it's okay. From the Crown Princess, we had a great sail away. Oh, I'm so excited. Lucky you.
Now, where's the crown?
Just have the very best time ready for this vacation. Good. Yeah, tell us where you're going. I'm sorry I don't have that memorized. I should have that memorized, and I don't. Thomas, Gatwick can only be accessed by Southern and Thameslink, depending on when is staying.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that getting into London is easier with Heathrow. I did know that. Yeah. Oh, Ray says there's a ton of ads on his phone and none on the TV with Roku. Well, there you go. Could be because you're watching on an app versus the website.
Yeah, because on the iPhone or iPad, you're using the YouTube app, whereas...
Yeah, good thinking. Yeah. Southampton to London. That's what Liz is talking about. I had a good friend that won a free cruise. Oh, did you, Larry? That's so awesome. That makes me happy when people win a free cruise. The way they go. Let's see. Yes. Thanks, Tim, for asking. I am a travel agent. So it's just let's go travel tips at gmail.com.
Yeah.
And no apostrophe, just LET, let's go travel tips all run together at gmail.com.
I used to have it
Thank you very much.
the corner, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And Paul, hey, Paul, nice to see you. Princess won't let me see flights before 2 p.m. out of London for the British Isles cruise. And indeed, they shouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't, because you know what? If you are delayed at all, like if the ship is delayed a little bit, and there can be traffic, and you can get to the airport and have long lines there. Yeah, I think 2 o'clock is okay. Plus, you know what? Heathrow, you want to have a minute to shop. Okay. I'm like sincere. I'm sincere. Yeah.
If we ever are doing a live from Heathrow Airport, you'll know that we took a weekend flight just to shop.
We're not going to do that.
No.
We're not going to. No.
It's direct flight.
No. Later the better. I guess after 2 should be safe. Only bummer is lugging around baggage if you have an evening flight.
Well, and hopefully they let you check in 4 to 6 hours ahead.
Yeah, because we've gotten there. What time? Our flights. So they moved our flights. So now the nonstop from Heathrow to Salt Lake is like at 1 something, right?
I thought it was 3:30.
It was at 3:30, but now they moved it. Remember? They made it earlier, which is really kind of sad. So I told Gordon we have to go early.
Well, but we don't have to go the same day that we get off the ship. We have a few days that we're going to be traveling around.
I meant just general, sweetheart. We need to go early whenever we're going to the airport.
I know what you meant.
So,
because we are staying there the night.
If anybody wants Gordon, just call me.
No, we're staying there on the property the night before, so we can get up and just walk across the street. Yeah,
Holly, you're right. And so if anybody else hears of any other groups, like post it on Facebook, put it in a comment, put it somewhere for all of us so that we can keep track. And it doesn't mean I don't think groups should go on a trip like a cruise together. I just think it's good to know, right? Because if you were wanting to learn how to polka, like that would be the cruise for you. So
that's true.
Yeah. Let's see.
Well, I want to highlight this. So
what's Eric saying? Ads are put on lives now. YouTube wants their money.
Well, so we had this conversation with our son about this as we were talking about it.
No, nobody cares, Gordon. They're here to talk about cruising.
Well, I know, but ads have been around a long time. I mean, we watched TV as kids with ads. In fact, I remember when the regulation came out.
I'm looking at my app here and seeing if I can see any onboard credit. Let me see which app I am logged into. You can keep talking, Gordon, about your ads.
But I just remember when the regulation came out from the government saying that ads had to be, they couldn't be longer than a minute, or they couldn't be longer than 30 seconds because people were complaining that you got truth in advertising. Anyway.
Tom just got his medallion for the canceled Sun. Oh my goodness. When must they have mailed that? They must have mailed that after they canceled it, right? Because
depends on where they're coming from.
Yeah. Okay, I'm logged into 548 days is until embarkation. So I don't think I have any onboard credit yet to even look at. So
yeah, that's our Star Princess.
Yeah. So somebody, if you want to pipe in and say where, Susie, maybe say where you saw that onboard credit on the app, if you wouldn't mind. So let's see. Fairly decent price, Liz says. Oh, for a flight at 1:30, and then the price jumps. Yeah. Better than missing your flight and living at the airport. You know what? I would bet 1:30 is okay. I would take 1:30 if it was me. I would. 1:30 should be okay. And Connie didn't have any ads.
We have 1:30 from our
Kirsten just went on the website.
Our Eclipse cruise.
Do we?
Mhm.
Oh, that's because they moved it up. Let's see. No ads on there.
Now, where am I looking here?
Oh, look for any onboard credit. Did you submit it yet for our shareholder?
Yes.
Okay, you just rummage around for a minute.
Where would I look?
Honey, just in the app. Click on everything.
Okay.
Okay. If anybody, yeah, here, I'll scroll down and see if anybody said. Okay, we'll be done here soon. Okay. Oh, rewards and credits. We don't have any rewards or credits yet. Okay. Oh, hey, Michael. Thank you. You're both on the 14-day, January 5th, 2025 East-West Caribbean. No, we are on the February 21st, 2025 on the eastbound from LA to Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, I am really glad. I'm glad you're here with us, Michael. It's good to have you. Yeah, we'll look forward to hearing more from you. So, yeah, going on my first Princess Cruise. Welcome on Sunday, May 4th. I read that dining reservations open up after you pay in full. Oh my goodness. So you did that and you still can't see? You know what? Just keep trying. And did you do the thing where you delete the app and reinstall it again? I would try that. Maybe that'll give it a nudge. I'm sorry that it's not working yet. Hopefully it'll start working for you. But I am so excited. I think you're going to love it. You'll be on the Sun. You know what? I think Ray is on the Sun. Aren't you guys, you and Linda, on the Sun on May 4th? So that's just awesome. I'm really excited. Yeah, let us know what questions you think of. So plenty of time to shop at Heathrow with a late afternoon flight. Yeah, so I've only shopped in Terminal 3. Like every time I've been there, I've been in Terminal 3. And so if anybody else wants to talk about Terminal 4, because I know some of the other airlines leave from there to come to the U.S., that's, yeah, lots of fun. Let's see. Oh, Laura says Heathrow shopping is great, but it pales. Laura, everybody says that about Singapore. It's like they say that you should plan to stay overnight to shop in Singapore longer at that airport. Yeah, that sounds like so much fun. We need to do that. And tell, like, what do you get at the Singapore airport? Like, is it clothing? Is it a handbag? Is it perfume? Is it, like, what is it? That would be really fun to know. Last time, Mark and Melanie are here. Mel and I were walking around. We were just looking at things, and I just saw this bag in the Harrods store. And, I'm thinking I have enough bags. And so I thought, no, I don't need that bag. And then I ended up walking past the store again. And I thought, you know what? I think I should. And so I'll have to show you sometime. It's just this like green, like little tote bag. And I'm very pleased with it. I have used it. And I did get rid of another bag. So I don't have more.
That's the deal. For every bag she gets, she has to get rid of 1 or 2 old bags.
Well, I'm the one that made that rule. Gordon didn't make that rule. I just realized sometimes too much is too much. So anyway, yeah, tell us what you like to get there. Daniel, hi there. Good to have you with us. Hey, and Pam is here. Oh, it was shipped last. So it was shipped like right before they announced that it was canceled. Yeah. I wish we would have paid the $10 to get ours sent to us. So I would have that. Yeah, that's really cool. Let's see. Our cabin has not been assigned yet, Renee says, but it's a guaranteed. We did bid on a mini suite. Nice. No word yet if you got it. Oh, that's a good question, Renee. If anybody can lend a word, like how much you bid, like if anybody has noticed a pattern, if they bid often enough to so we all have an idea of where you need to be, maybe.
Didn't Jeffrey bid and get it a year or two ago?
When he got the suite, or maybe it was just such a great price.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could have been it. Maybe. Yeah. But if anybody can say anything, that would be good, because I know a lot of people like to bid, right? So let's see. Hi, team. We're having issues trying to get a flight from Barcelona to London after our cruise. Oh, with 30 kilograms of luggage included. Oh, you know what? You might just have to pay for it. Is
that a total of 30, or do you have it broken into 2 bags? Because isn't 20 the limit? 22?
Yeah. Say that, Craig. And this is true. I hate to say I don't like to fly around Europe. But you often have to. Like if we get to go in March, we're going to have to fly around, just simply because they look at the luggage different. Like we have had to pay luggage fees, and sometimes rather steep, to take our luggage with us in flights between destinations in Europe. And sometimes you have to pay for your carry-on, because they'll have a limit how much that should be, or even, something that's considered a carry-on here. And my carry-on bag is not Some people are getting on airplanes now with carry-on bags that don't look like a carry-on. They look like a piece
suitcase.
of, they are a suitcase.
Yeah.
But they're letting them classify it as carry-on. And mine's not like that, but I've had to have it checked before and paid for it sometimes, just flying around Europe. So that is the hard part right there, is your luggage. It's not hard to get a flight, but you might have to pay. Yeah. Other than that, like if it's all in one bag, get like 2 and split it up. How early can you get on the ship if it leaves at 3? Hey, David, you know what? A lot of times, like I would be there by like 10.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have to sit down and wait a minute, I will. But often they're letting people on. Now, sometimes the cabins won't be ready, but you can still get on and sit down and have a drink in the piazza, or go get your reservation in the sanctuary, or go up to the buffet. If you didn't get breakfast, go on up and get something to eat. There's a lot of beautiful places to sit and enjoy. Yeah, that's what we try to do. So let's see. Any clue why Princess Online website runs so slow or lockout? Okay, Gregory, you want to know what I noticed? I said this to Gordon because, they've had trouble with their website for a long time. It has gotten so much worse lately. So much worse. And then I was not having trouble with the booking system kicking me out until just recently. And it's gotten like you about get done and you get kicked out. So anyway, as we were coming home the other night, often if I have work to do, he'll drive and I'll work with a hotspot. But it was going slow enough that I came on. They use TikTok analytics.
That's right. We saw
I don't know if that has anything to do with their website, but I was like, TikTok analytics? So anybody technical here can say what you think. Right. I was surprised.
Right. Because and the reason being is they want to, watch their traffic. And I use Google Analytics to see, how many people come to the site, to different websites. And I know a lot of people who bigger websites do the same thing. But TikTok, anyway,
we don't know. Yeah. We don't know. I think they ought to pull it together, though, because it's ridiculous.
Now, some of the things that we've continued to tell people is, in your browser, if you up there in the corner, if you see 3 dots, and if you click on it, you can get a private window
or
incognito in Chrome, private in some of the other browsers. And what it does is it allows that there's no cookies retained yet. And so as you go to the website, go to the Princess website, it's not bringing anything from
it just makes the website work better a little bit.
It works more efficiently.
Yeah. So try that if you're trying to buy an excursion and it keeps logging you out. Yeah. Oh, Laura says you can shop for almost everything. The locals go on dates there. That's really fun. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. Ray says they are on the May 4th Sun, booked months ago. We called and we're told to check in March. Kind of strange because I can book dining for our Let's Go cruise in February of 2025. I just wonder how much of that is just because that ship wasn't ready.
Right.
Like, I don't know. But I think a lot of people aren't able to book for their April cruises on the Sun for dinner either. So
see, and they're saying
you can see the restaurants in the new app, but they all say no time slots available. So are you guys seeing any specialty dining, experiential dining showing up? I expect and somebody to tell me when you can see that. Yeah, I'm excited. British Airways leaves from Terminal 5 at Heathrow. Okay. Thank you, Thomas. Thanks.
Because we had some of the ones on our Northern Lights cruise. They flew out British Airways. Is United out of 4? Oh. United, I'm not sure.
That's what I thought somebody told me. I could be wrong.
It could be.
See. Chicken bid, $200 per person to get an upgrade from a balcony to a mini suite. Well, that's not bad. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, Arlene bid the minimum on cruise and got it. She bid a minimum on another cruise and they came back with another offer, so she didn't take it. You know what, Arlene, I'm frugal too. I would rather go on my cruises. We have not I've stayed in a deluxe balcony one time. One time when Caroline and I went to the Mediterranean, we decided kind of last minute, when did we decide?
That was in 2016 or?
Well, 1 year.
Yeah.
And so that was what was left.
You got a last minute deal though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we took it. But other than that, we only go in a balcony because I know that if we do a mini suite, I'm not going to be happy with the balcony again. So I hear you, Arlene. Yeah, we're the same way. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Thomas says United is out of Terminal 2.
See, I have no idea
Yeah.
then. Thank you, Thomas. All I know is Delta goes out of 3 because that's what we flew on.
Yeah.
So thank you. Yeah, that's when we just saw from Arlene. And I love that photo, Arlene, of you and Virgil. It's beautiful. Sue is still holding her breath for the February 18th sailing. I wish some news would come out. Me too. You know what? If I knew anything, like I would tell something to cheer everyone up and buoy them up and
Yeah.
let them know we're coming, but not a peep is coming. And I
Yeah.
don't know if they just think, oh yeah, we're going the 18th.
Now,
Or
and I've been watching Cruise Mapper.
it's just fun.
It's still sitting there, but I did notice, and I don't know if you saw this, the picture on the Princess website changed for the sale. Now this to me looks like Sun Princess.
Oh, see, I've seen that picture and I just don't process. So everybody
Yeah.
go to princess.com and where it says like the 40% off, maybe that is the Sun Princess.
And that is a photograph. That is not a rendering.
That's true. It's
Yeah.
a real picture. So
But
yeah, think about that. Go look,
Yeah.
everybody,
And
when we're done. Not right now. Stay with
Right.
us.
But I'd be interested to know where it was, unless they may have put in the background. They may have photoshopped in the water, because it
looks like the Caribbean. It
Yeah,
doesn't look
that's
like the
not Italy
Mediterranean.
So
Italy water. It's not in the Mediterranean. It's not the Adriatic, because they're up in the Adriatic.
Yeah.
They're up there in Trieste. Yeah. Okay. I won't join TikTok until it changes ownership. Thomas, I am so with you. So with you.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't use TikTok at all. And they have all these things about content creators and like what you can earn with TikTok, and I am just not opening that can.
No.
But if somebody else has opened it, that's okay. That's everybody should decide what they're doing, and for me, I can't. So not just specialty dining in the Horizon Court.
He's not doing any special.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Don't leave until June, and I see the same thing. Yeah, you just wonder, huh? Yeah, no experience. Thanks for telling me that there's none of those experiencing. My husband did not get used to the mini suite. It was, I told my husband not to get used to it. It was very nice. Yeah, see, I just know that I would want to do that. And then we would be going on fewer cruises because I would have to have that. So, yeah. Does the Hilton Hotel work well for Terminal 3?
We will let you know.
We're going to stay there in June.
Yeah.
So there's the Hilton Garden Inn right across from Terminal 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So our flights got changed. And so we were going to be getting there like at 2:30 in the afternoon. So what day? So it goes on the 8th. So we were going to arrive on the 7th. And then Delta changed our flights that we were going to have not a nonstop after all. So we actually switched until going the day before, like 2 days before.
So we keep on nonstop.
So now we get a nonstop, but we get in earlier in the morning.
Like 7 or something. Yeah.
So we're going to go put our stuff down at the hotel really quick. And then we're going to take the Heathrow Express into London and go sightseeing all that day. And then I'm really excited about that prospect. So we'll let you know how it works. But we've looked at the maps. We've looked at everything, and it looks like it works really well. We've stayed at the DoubleTree at Hilton as well. Well, it's a Hilton hotel, but at Heathrow, but you have to get a taxi.
That one was around Terminal 5.
It's not as close.
Yeah, but they've added some in. I think Terminal 4, I think, is a Holiday Inn, if I remember.
It is. It's a Holiday Inn Express.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you go there. Oh, thanks, Gregory. Thank you very much. A heart to you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll give you some lasers too.
Gordon will do that for us. Thanks, Gregory. That is really sweet of you. It means a lot. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, always do the yeah, see, he does a reserve collection, me, so he doesn't want to have to wait for the main dining room. And you know what? When we were on the Island Princess, and Hetty, if you're still here, love you, probably remember they would be cooking things up. Like there's always that extra entree that is offered to people in the reserve collection, and it often smelled so good. It's like, it would be nice to eat there. Yeah. So I like the Hilton Garden Inn at Terminal 2. Thanks for saying that, Thomas. See, that helps people.
Because we stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn at Terminal 5, and it was lovely.
It was really nice.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that this one at 3 will be great.
I thought it was the DoubleTree.
No, that was when we flew in there. We took a taxi to a DoubleTree off site.
Oh.
And then when we came back, it was So but this one, Terminal 3, we're just walking across the street.
Yeah. Kirsten says she and her daughter were in a mini suite. Loved it. Yeah. What is there not to love about that, huh? Yeah, they look really, really nice. Yeah. Hey,
there
Christina.
We go.
On the Adriatic, reported 1 minute ago. The vessel is en route to sea trials, sailing at a speed of 9.9 knots and expected to arrive there. Oh, wait, January 16th?
So that's the same information that it's been saying for quite a while now. But every time I've looked, it's not been moving. It's been dockside, and it still says that it was going to be going sea trials and the date. So
maybe she's
now it's actually
now,
moving.
Though.
So maybe they're just putting it out to sea again.
But that's good. It's got a speed going at 9.9 knots.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I'm so excited. We had a small living room and big balcony. See, lucky you. I'm so glad you got that. Thanks, Gregory. You're sure kind. Much cheaper to take the Elizabeth line into London. You know what? It is much cheaper. It just takes longer. And so that's a decision everybody makes. So I am always in a hurry. I'm always in a hurry my whole life. But I'm generally, like when I get there, I don't want to waste a moment. But you know what? The Elizabeth line gets you there just the same. So really good point to say that, Thomas. Thanks for pointing that out. And it is a little less expensive. So we stayed here. What is Audrey saying? They stayed at Terminal 3 in September and worked great. Oh, thank you. Walked it through the airport. That's what we are thinking. You can just walk right there. So thanks, Audrey.
Yeah, that's the plan.
It should work really great. And it'll be just convenient because we're going to take the Princess transfer down the morning of the cruise and just head right. Yeah, we're just going to go right back to the hotel. Yeah, Hetty, thank you, sweetie pie. She does remember. It did smell really good. A couple of times we were like, oh, I don't know. But as a general rule, we were like, oh. So thanks, Hetty. Yeah, even the deck plans of the website are confusing. I'm in a reserve collection mini suite in the plan. Oh, you get a cabana mini suite. That's very nice. So those cabana mini suites are a little bit different, but it depends on which deck you're on. Which deck are you on? On deck 9 there, they have the area with actually like the cabana lounge. So the ones that are in the cabana mini suites there, you have your room, then you have your cabana, then you have like your balcony, but there's that area like between your balcony and like the edge of the ship there where other people can walk through. So I'm really excited to see people's videos of that.
Yeah.
It'll be really fun. I wonder how many people, honestly, who were booked on the February 8th. I wonder if any of them have been able to go on the 18th, especially anybody that likes to vlog at all, like to show. I wonder, but some of them were probably already booked on the 18th, so they'll be going and showing us everything. So I'm a little envious of all the people going on the 18th, but not in a bad way. It's great. Take good care, Hetty. We do need to get moving here. It's kind of late. Let's see. Between Terminal 2 and 3 at Heathrow. So easy to get to. Thanks, Audrey. Any suggestions for a hotel in Fort Lauderdale? You know what? They have a lot right by the airport. And the nice thing about Fort Lauderdale is it is super easy. It's super close to get from a hotel there right over to the port. Yeah. So there's a Holiday Inn there if you like Holiday Inn points, and they have a shuttle. We stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn. Hollywood Airport. Mm-hmm. They have a shuttle. Yeah. And they also, in a lot of those hotels, will run a shuttle also from the hotel over to the port in the morning. Usually they cost, if you want a very affordable option, the Roadway Inn, people have told me that you can, they have a free shuttle from the airport and a free shuttle from the hotel over to the port. I've heard it's rather like just really basic. Like somebody told me that it was fine, but they don't know that they're going to stay there again. But I think they're staying there again. Mm-hmm. So yeah, kind of a really wide range. But we liked the Hilton Garden Inn that we stayed at. Yeah. Ontario girls saying they like the Riverside Hotel. They have a few restaurants on the property, one right on the river. There you go. Thanks for saying that. Yeah. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale is beautiful. Yes. A sea trial is usually a short series of tests conducted after construction. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, and they have done some of their sea trials. They have been, yeah. They have done some even before they canceled ours. They had done quite a few sea trials. We had noticed just when we were keeping track of her, and some of them had been reported in the news. So perhaps they're just testing the ship on the water before it actually sets sail. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They tested on the
Oh,
water quite a
definitely,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah. Can use the railway pass to Paddington on the Elizabeth line, but not the Heathrow Express.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. So thanks for saying that. Thank you. Yeah. If the Heathrow Express, you just pay for. I wish I could remember. I'll look and see by the next time we all visit here how much that is. Heathrow Express, because we're going to be doing
Ray
that.
says the Residence Inn right at the cruise port.
Thank you very much. So there's another one for you, another place to say.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tim did a Christmas cruise on the Ruby, and it was fantastic. Oh, your waiter Jack made it extra special. Those waiters are amazing. Yeah. And you know what I find so amazing? They are always so anxious, most of them, to take good care, make everything special for everyone. And you know what? They do that every day. You know, because when we leave, the next group comes, and then the next group comes. So it is really something that they just, I think, are extra special people. Thanks, Gregory. Thank you for saying that. Very dated but clean, great shuttle service, and the cost is very reasonable. Yeah. Thanks for saying that. Yeah. So, and you know what else? I think you can park there for free. That's what I've heard as well. So if anybody can talk to that. But yeah, how often these days do you get somewhere that will have a free shuttle from the airport and a free shuttle to the port? Because often the other hotels will run shuttles, but they all cost per person. So yeah, thanks for saying that, Gregory. You're a sweetie pie. Thank you. Are we at the end? Oh, thanks, New to Cruising. Thanks. Always amazes me on Princess when you talk to the waiters, room stewards. Yes. Oh, you're right. And how long many of them have worked for Princess. And a lot of them, have those little pins that say like 15 years or 25 years. It says a lot. So are we at the end?
We are.
Oh, you guys are the best. Thanks for coming along with us. We're going to get it ironed out. I don't know that we have to keep doing lives on Monday and Friday. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But for now, we'll plan to see you on Monday night. And like I said, next Friday night, mark it with a star. If somebody says, can you go to dinner? Say, well, I have to be home by 8 p.m. Eastern. Or we have to go after 9 p.m. because next week we're going to keep it to an hour. And so, yeah, it'll be great. So thanks so much for coming. Thanks for your wonderful support. Thanks for making it such a pleasure to be here.
Yes.
We'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.